Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and as you can see, there are boxes behind me. There are boxes behind me there. There are boxes stacked up right here, all mostly from Entertainment Earth. So, yeah, why is that? If you've been watching my episodes, you've been seeing that there has been piles and piles of boxes coming in. And I have done unboxings and unboxings and unboxings. And you know what? I think I'm actually suffering from a slight ailment of unboxing fatigue. Yes, that is true. Because, again, new way of collecting has created this new type of collecting where we put everything, we just go online and place a pre-order, and months or weeks or sometimes over a year later, we get the items in the mail. Well, for some reason, I think whatever's been going on with supply issues and supply chain and shipping issues has all been resolved, or at least in the sense that the floodgates have opened and out come all of the products. So I gotta tell you, I am only a Star Wars collector. Okay, I maybe dabble in the occasional thing like Mego Star Trek from the 70s or classic Batman and the classic Batman 60s TV show, but mainly it's Star Wars. But I know many people, many collectors that are essentially collect everything. They collect Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and He-Man and Transformers, and they've been doing everything I've been doing. They've been putting out orders, and then probably times 5 or 10 with all the different other franchises. So they've been receiving everything I've been getting, and times 5 or 10, and I just can't fathom that. So it's been absolutely crazy, and no even, you know. One thing about it that, again, we've talked about in previous episodes is that companies like Entertainment Earth like to send one figure per box. Folks, people in Entertainment Earth, can help? Do you have to send everything as an individual box? I mean, I received 3 or 4 boxes together. Can't we put them more than one in a box? Maybe. I mean, maybe they're coming from different warehouses. I understand the issues, but I'm just saying that it's kind of crazy. But anyway, all those boxes, I'm not even going to unbox them on this episode. No, because believe it or not, the reason all these boxes all came at once was because I was once again on a trip to Batu East. Now, full disclosure, I really wasn't on a trip to Batu East. In real life, I was helping our daughter move into her own place in Florida. And in order to do that, we had to drive down a second time with a bunch of her stuff that was here that she needed. So we made a second trip. Not something we would always do. But being that we were down there and very close to Disney, we decided to, do a little more visiting of the Disney parks, and I got into Batu only once. We were only there for about 4 days, but I only got into Batu one time, and I checked around. I will not be releasing a video. I didn't do any videoing of that. I already just did it. You can check them out in the playlists, and it was great. The one thing I did do was more of the Batu Bounty. If you looked on my previous episodes, I do an episode where the new Disney Magic Band Plus can go around and do this really cool bounty hunter game in Galaxy's Edge. Great additive. Bravo Disney. Needs to work out a few kinks. I'm sure they will, but overall it was really great. But in going through the parks, I did find a few items that I wanted to share with you. So it's kind of a what's in my Disney bag episode. All right, so not as many as last time, and I did not build another droid. No, I did not build another lightsaber or get another legacy lightsaber. Nothing of the sort. But there was still some pretty cool items. First of all, I wanted to share this. This is something that they released recently, and that's a Star Wars 45th anniversary. Because we are at the point now where it's the 45th anniversary of the release of the original Star Wars. It's a really cool hat. It's kind of got I think it's a faux leather rim. It's got 3 buttons that I think, if you wanted to, you could take off. Although I'm not 100% sure. But maybe not. I'm not sure. They might be permanently kind of sealed on there. This is something new with Disney. They have these long, super long tags, which don't make any sense to me, but whatever. So it's kind of got the belt buckle kind of thing on there. So I don't know if it'll fit me like this. It's a little tight. So I will loosen it, but it's a really cool hat, and I enjoy when they kind of come up with And it's of course, it's especially enjoyable that they're using Ralph McQuarrie art. There we go. That's better. They use the Ralph McQuarrie art on the buttons, and even the original Star Wars logo. And I think it even has some Aurebesh. I believe that is "May the Force be with you" on the back in Aurebesh. So, pretty cool item there. In addition, all right. So they came up with this. If you know Disney, you know that they're really into pin trading. Okay, now for those who are not initiated, pin trading, it's been going on now for 25 years, I think, and it's where you can buy a Disney pin, and if you go around to any cast member, almost all the cast members have a lanyard, and they have other pins on them, and you can trade with them. And the really cool thing about trading, you can also trade with other guests, but what the thing is, when you trade with cast members, the really cool thing is that they automatically trade with you. Any pin on their lanyard that you want, if you just give them an officially licensed other Disney pin, you can do the trade. That's part of it. And sometimes they have some pretty cool pins. They have pins that are very rare. They have pins that are only given out to cast members. They have pins that are all, and it's everything under the sun. Every character in Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, Muppets, everything. And they've got to have designed hundreds of thousands of different pins. No one could collect them all. But they keep coming out with these really cool ones. So this is one that they came out with. Now, I gotta say, I was pretty blown away by this. All right, I want to point out the fact that this is a Jawa action figure pin. Action figure pin. And if it isn't cool enough that I'm not gonna wear it. At least if I do wear it, this is the one. They all come in these little like hanging cards. Most people just throw the cards out. But come on, let's look at this. Racing stripe, vintage style, and the figure pin is still like, it looks like a figure. And if that wasn't cool enough, it actually, the legs bend, the arms bend, kind of like they dangle. So I was like, okay, well played, Disney, well played. That is a really great one. I know that there's a fig pin company that makes like a little bit bigger figs. Well, for one thing, I don't like them. Number one, they're too expensive. Although this wasn't much cheaper, but they're too expensive. They're bulky and huge, and then if you keep it in the box, it's just another thing to try to display. These take up a little less room. If I do decide to wear them on my work lanyard or something like that, it's a one pin back. It's pretty good. So, of course, they didn't just come out with a Jawa. No. Here is. Let's see if I can get them. Let me just make sure. Ooh, I hope ooh. There we go. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi, complete with blue extending lightsaber. Isn't that awesome? Right out of the, again, with the racing stripe. It's just so cool. So well done. We've got the Tusken Raider. And my favorite, he comes with the double arm. Right? Very good. I think there was a few more. Of course, you got to have the hero, Shorty Robe Luke Skywalker. Again, with the telescoping yellow. Now the lightsaber does not actually telescope. It's just kind of an extension of the arm. But all the arms move and dangle, so that's cool. And I think there was one more. Oh, was that it? There's one or two. Yeah, just one more. And of course, then we have Princess Leia. Okay? Now, so there were 5 that I found. Are there going to be more? Disney, they could release the entire set if they wanted to, and people would buy them. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but it is really cool. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Now, that was pretty much all that I found inside of the Disney parks. But there were 2 more purchases that I was very excited about. One of them happened in a Target. Now, again, I wasn't looking for Star Wars stuff. As I mentioned, my daughter was moving into her own place. There were certain things that, if you've ever moved, that sometimes you got to do a Target run or a Walmart run to pick up everything from, toiletries to, rugs or, silverware or whatever. So we were kind of making short trips to a local Target. But you never go through a Target without quickly perusing through the toy aisle. And I did just that and found a corrected, unlabeled, unstickered Migs Mayfield. Now, for those of you just watching this episode, you need to go back a few and see the episode where I actually ordered this, and this figure came to me via a Target mailing, pre-order, and they had this annoying, huge UPC symbol sticker right here, right over poor Migs Mayfield's head. So I very gently and delicately worked it out to try to take the sticker off. I used, they say use lighter fluid just to try to clean off the thing. I did the best I could with it, and it eventually did tear on a bit of the title and a bit of his face, which was disappointing because these are the one things that I do like to keep carded. All right, so I said if I ever found another one in the wild, I would pick it up. And sure enough, there he is. Nice, clean look. So I'll probably end up unboxing the other figure, and who knows if they ever decide to make that big tank, I'll put him in the tank. So we'll see. All right, so there we go with that. Now the last one. Now this is both a joyful and somewhat disappointing thing. Mostly joyful though. So there's a place in outside of the Disney parks in an area called Vineland, and it's an outlet center. Okay, I'm sure you all have outlet centers where you live. So this one though is very unique because it has what's called the Disney Character Warehouse. What is a Disney Character Warehouse? Excuse me. It is, in fact, a Disney outlet for merchandise that either didn't sell, or it was kind of it was after a promotion or things like that. So you can find all sorts of great things there, and sometimes the prices are reasonably discounted, and sometimes the prices are amazingly discounted. So I was going through, and the first thing I saw was an entire piled high up of this little guy. Now, I don't want you to see what I paid. Well, I'll tell you what I paid. So this is a Kowakian monkey lizard puppet, okay? And it essentially is a character that when they first opened Galaxy's Edge in the creature stall, you could get one of two versions of this character. You can get a version that looked like Salacious Crumb, the Jabba's little right-hand puppet bird there, or whatever you want to call him, monkey lizard. And you could get this one, which was just another, different version of the same species. So I think the popularity of Salacious Crumb was very good because he's still there. You can still go to Galaxy's Edge and buy him. But this little guy didn't fare as well. Sorry. So the thing is that I remember this in Galaxy's Edge, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is some upwards to $75 to $100 in Galaxy's Edge. It's a lot. Now I think I got a 20% discount when I bought my Salacious Crumb, which is, where is he? He's sitting over there. But this one in a Character Warehouse, $12.99, so $13, and they had piles of them. So probably should have bought more than one, but I will get this guy out for you so you can see it. Hopefully, I don't know, it has a battery operated component where there's a battery operated component with it so that you can actually, and it comes with, okay, so this little thing comes with an over-the-shoulder kind of magnet, which allows it to, you can have it sit on the magnet. Now what I'm not sure about is oh, I see, yeah. They kind of turn his legs funny. All right, now, does he still work? I don't know if this works or not, but we'll see. Oh yeah. I'll get him close to my mic here. So that's really cool. And then let's see if I can get this to. Yeah, it does have a pretty hard magnet. So you take this and you kind of. They've been doing a lot with these with the little pals that sit on your shoulder. So It's a little bit more of a... Boy, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now the only... Gotta get his arms working the right way here. This one actually works better than the one I originally got. The one I... There he is. The one I got originally, the voice and, you know, the voice didn't always kind of work. So this one... You with me there, buddy? So, $13. So if you're anywhere in the Vineland area, which is it's literally 10 minutes from Disney. So if you're staying in Disney and you have a car, you can very easily just go Disney Character Warehouse, and there's actually two, but this is the one in Vineland. I don't know if the other one is a little further away, and I don't know if it actually includes this. And as of the recording of this, I was there around, I want to say August the 10th, 9th or 10th or 11th, somewhere around there. And there had to be 100 of these stacked up. But I did notice some people buying like 3 or 4. Okay, so things in the Disney Character Warehouse do not last, and they don't have a stock out back. And when these are gone, they're gone. Okay, so I don't know if you'll sign up, find them. But there you go. There he is. There's a little guy. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take him along with me on my adventure when we go on the Halcyon in a few months. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so that'll do it for this week's episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, check me out on Instagram and Twitter. I would say this week's episode, there are two episodes per week, Wednesdays and Sundays they drop. Check me out on War of the Stars podcast, and also check out on Instagram and Twitter at Darth Tuba and all the other places of social network. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.